If I told you that by using the information in this video for 5 minutes before you started to play would make you a better pickleball player, would you do it? Hey everybody, it's CJ Johnson. Becoming your best and reaching your potential as a pickleball player when you're over 50 requires that you do things differently. And that's what this channel is all about. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe, hit that, and then the bell notification so you know when I post a new video. How many times do you arrive at the court, hit a couple dinks, maybe a ground stroke or two, and before you know it, you're in a game? I can hear what you're saying already. You're thinking, hey, CJ, that's how I warm up. But the fact of the matter is our bodies are changing. We're losing our flexibility, we're losing our balance, and we also need to focus our mind. The 5 minutes before you play are critical to helping you play better pickleball. Today I'm going to give you a dynamic stretching routine that'll take you just a few minutes and get both your mind and your body ready to play. Make sure you stick around to the end of this video. I've got a free PDF for you so that you can print it off and take it to the courts so you'll be ready to play each and every time. Before we start a stretching routine, we want to make sure that our body is warm. Stretching cold muscles can lead to injury. So take a couple laps around the court or do a few of my favorite exercises. One of the things I like to do are side shuffles. When we do this, we want to make sure that we're nice and low and that we're bent from our knees. I see a lot of people do this, stand real tall. It's a recipe for disaster. You can easily trip and fall doing that. So as you do these side shuffles, bent from the knees, chins up, eyes are straight ahead. That's where we'll be looking when we play pickleball. Here's another fun one to get both your feet as well as your brain moving. I'm going to start here with a line right underneath me. I'm going to step over with my right, then my left, right, left. So I'm going right, left, right, left. As I get comfortable with this, pick up the pace. What you'll notice is I always want to have this line directly beneath me. Most people start doing this and get way forward. That position is not very balanced. Once you do it with the right foot, then let's move to the left foot. Left, right, left, right. Again, pick up the pace. If you want a real challenge, change in mid-step. We're looking forward, head is up, eyes are up. Once you've started huffing and puffing, now you're ready to stretch. Let's warm up the upper body. I want to start with some arm circles. So we're going to bring it in front of our face, then we're going to reach in front and all the way back. So in front of my body, when I go down, come all the way back. Think about tracing a large circle with your fingers. I'm going to stand to the side so you can see this motion. So I go in front of my body and then I reach back. Again, in front and reach back. You want to do about 10 to 15 of these on each side of the body. Another good one to start to stretch out our upper body and our chest is bend over. You can keep your knees flexed. Bend over, touch the ground, look down at the ground, and now lift one arm to the sky and allow your head to rotate with it. Up and down. Opens up the chest and is starting to open up the arms and the shoulders as well. Again, 10 to 15 on each side. Let's get into that shoulder just a little bit deeper. Take your arm, bend it at a 90-degree angle, bring it right in front of you, and now keeping it bent, you want to pull that arm in towards your body with your other arm. In and out. In and out. Let's loosen up the triceps and the arm. Take the arms, palms facing away from you, bring them up overhead, drop them back and swing them down. Up, swing them down. Up, touch and swing them down. So you can see here, I'm reaching nice and high, up and swing them down. A good one for our wrists and our arms, I like to rotate at the elbows first, and then rotate back in the other direction. Now let's do the same thing with the wrists, making big circles. Feel like your fingers are touching. edge of the circle. Now that we have our upper body warm and loosened up, let's start to loosen up our torso. And what I want to do is I want to keep it first. My hips are going to be facing straight away. And I'm just going to let gravity take my upper body around. Now, as I start to feel a little bit more loose, I can allow my toe to come up and allow my head to follow my arms all the way around. It's a nice stretch into the torso. Okay, let's start to get our lower bodies loosened up. One that I like is a hip circle, so you can stand on one foot. If you need balance, you can hold the net. But all I want to do here is just take my foot out and around and make nice big circles with it. You can put your foot down in between if you need to. Do one leg and then do the other. Here's another good one. Most places have a fence. I can start by doing some light squats up and down, just simply holding onto the fence. If you don't have a fence, you can do this holding on to a pickleball mat. But up and down, starting to loosen up the hips and the glutes. Another one, hold on to this fence again, and we can kick the leg forward and backward. And we can turn this into a little quad stretch. What I'm doing when I'm here is as I kick the leg backwards, I allow the heel to touch my butt. That's going to help you to loosen up the quad. Another one of my favorites to get our hamstrings going would be a butt kicker. So I'm just going to stand here and I'm going to kick the heel to the butt. If you really want to light up those hamstrings, you do a double on each side, focusing on the muscle in the back of the leg and getting that ready to play. One last one that I like, again, you can hold on to a fence if you'd like. Get your legs a little further than shoulder width apart, and we're going to lunge from side to side. This should open up the inside of your thighs in the groin area. You notice here I'm staying very tall, not bent forward in this position, side to side. I can't believe I almost forgot about calves. It's important to give them a stretch as well because they're a major source of injury in pickleball. So you can use a fence or a bench, anything at the pickleball court. Lean against it. You want to have your back straight. You don't want to have your behind sticking out. You're going to lean against this fence and then you're simply going to rock to the ball of your foot. Just pick one toe up in the air and then the other toe up in the air. Go side to side. You can do this with your feet facing forward and then tilt your toes out just a little bit as well as in. That gets a different muscle inside of the calf. Here's that free PDF that I promised. Print it off and you can take this routine to the courts with you. If you're like me and you get bored, here's another 5-minute dynamic stretching warm-up. If you got value from this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up and share it with your pickleball playing friends, because together we can train smart, live bold, and age well.